Leela and Dragon. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Lila who lived in a small village near the mountains. She loved to explore the woods and collect flowers, berries, and mushrooms. One day, as she was wandering deeper into the forest, she heard a strange sound coming from a cave. It sounded like a mix of a roar and a whimper. Leela was curious and brave, so she decided to investigate. She entered the cave and saw a small, scaly creature lying on the ground. It had wings, horns, claws, and a long tail. It was a dragon, but not a big and scary one. It was a little dragon, and it looked injured and scared. Leela felt sorry for the little dragon and wanted to help it. She approached it slowly and gently, and offered it some berries from her basket. The little dragon sniffed the berries and ate them eagerly. It seemed to like Leela and licked her hand with its tongue. Leela smiled and stroked its head. She noticed that it had a wound on its wing, probably from a hunter's arrow. She tore a piece of cloth from her dress and wrapped it around the wound. The little dragon whimpered in pain, but then calmed down and looked grateful. Leela decided to name the little dragon Fira, because it had red scales and breathed fire. She visited Fira every day and brought her food, water, and medicine. She also played with her and taught her some words. Fira learned to say Leela's name and some other simple words like hello, thank you, and friend. Leela and Fira became best friends and had many adventures together. They explored the forest, flew in the sky, and hid from the hunters. They also met other friendly animals and creatures, such as fairies, elves, and unicorns. They had a lot of fun and were very happy, but their happiness did not last forever. One day, a group of hunters found Fira's cave and attacked her. They wanted to capture her and sell her to a rich lord who collected exotic animals. Leela heard Fira's cries and ran to the cave. She saw the hunters trying to tie Fira with ropes and nets. She grabbed a stick and tried to fight them off, but they were too many and too strong. They pushed Leela aside and dragged Fira out of the cave. Leela was heartbroken and angry. She followed the hunters and shouted at them to let Fira go. She begged them to spare her friend and leave her alone. But the hunters ignored her and laughed at her. They said that Fira was not a friend, but a monster. They said that Leela was a fool, a traitor, and a witch. They said that they would take Fira to the Lord and get a lot of money for her. They said that they would also take Leela and burn her at the stake. Leela was terrified and hopeless. She cried and prayed for a miracle. She wished that someone would save her and Fira. She wished that they could be together again, and then, something amazing happened. A loud roar echoed through the air, and a huge shadow covered the sun. Leela looked up and saw a magnificent sight. It was a dragon, but not a little one. It was a big and majestic one. It had golden scales, white wings, and blue eyes. It was Fira's mother, and she had come to rescue her daughter. The mother dragon swooped down and breathed fire at the hunters. She burned their ropes, nets, and weapons. She scared them away and chased them into the woods. She freed Fira and embraced her with her wings. She looked at Leela and nodded with gratitude. She recognized her as Fira's friend and savior. Leela was overjoyed and relieved. She ran to Fira and hugged her. She thanked the mother dragon for saving them. She asked her if she could stay with Fira and be her friend. The mother dragon smiled and agreed. She invited Lila to join her family and live with them in the mountains. She said that Lila was welcome and that she would protect her. Lila accepted the offer and said goodbye to her old life. She packed her things and climbed on Fira's back. She waved at the forest and the animals and the creatures. She thanked them for their friendship and their kindness. She said that she would miss them and that she would visit them someday. Lila and Fira flew away with the mother dragon. They soared high in the sky and headed to their new home. They looked at each other and smiled. They knew that they had found their true happiness. They knew that they would always be together. They knew that they were friends forever.